Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shaima Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Ki Jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Shri Mayapur Dhama Ki Jai, Jamuna Mai Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai, Yuga Dharma Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai, Brihat Mridanga Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai, Transcendental Krishna Prasadam Distribution Ki Jai, Go Premanandi, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. Good morning, dear devotees. Welcome to our daily morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. Welcome. Thank you. Today we'll be reading from Canto 6, Chapter 17. And we'll be going through verses, we're focusing on, 17, verse 17. We'll go through a few other verses. Before we start that, let's sing Jai Radha Madhava. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabiyari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jan Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabiyari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Shri Radhe Radha Madhava Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Kalashanji Radha Kalashanji Shri Radhe Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Shri Radha Madhava ki jai. Shri Radha Kalashanji ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. If we can read the invocation verses together, both the Sanskrit and English, please. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim sarasvatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer the respectful obeisances to the relative Godhead, Narayana, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Sarasvati, the goddess of learning, and to Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nashtapreya shavabreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhavati utamasloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki. By regular attendance in the classes on the Bhagavatam, and by rendering a service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome in the heart is almost completely destroyed. And person who's praised with transcendental songs is established as an irrevocable fact. Om Gyan Timarandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshuramritam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. I was born in the darkness of ignorance. Spiritual Master opened my darkened eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto them. Okay, so we'll start at Canto 6, Chapter 17, and we start at verse 16, and we'll go to 25. So about 9 verses, so each person can read one, and then the focus verse will be 17. Please, do we have a microphone? Uh-oh. No microphones? Somebody grab a micro. Oh, we do have a microphone. Yes. Good job, Dustin. Thank you.
Sri Sukadev Goswami continued, My dear King Parikshit, when Chitraketu was cursed by Parvati, he descended from his airplane, bowed before her with great humility, and pleased her completely.
One of you guys go grab the mic. We have little kids. We have little young bodies here that can jump.
Text 17.
Yes, 17.
Chitraketu said, My dear mother, with my own hands folded together, I accept the curse upon me. I do not mind the curse, for happiness and distress are given by the demigods as a result of one's past deeds.
Deluded by ignorance, the living entity wanders in the forest of this material world, enjoying the happiness and distress resulting from his past deeds everywhere and at all times. Therefore, my dear mother, neither you nor I am to be blamed for this incident.
In this material world, neither the living entity himself nor others, friends and enemies, are the cause of material happiness and distress. But because of gross ignorance, the living entity thinks that he and others are the cause.
Text 20. This material world resembles the waves of a constantly flowing river. Therefore, what is a curse and what is a favor? What are the heavenly planets and what are the hellish planets? What is actually happiness and what is actually distress? Because the waves flow constantly, none of them has an eternal effect.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead is one, unaffected by the conditions of the material world. He creates all the conditioned souls by his own personal potency. Because of being contaminated by the material energy, the living entity is put into ignorance and thus into different conditions of bondage. Sometimes, by knowledge, the living entity is given liberation. In Sattvaguna and Rajaguna, he is subjected to happiness and distress.
Supreme Personality of Godhead is equally disposed toward the living entities. Therefore, no one is very dear to him, and no one is a great enemy for him. No one is his friend, and no one is his relative. Being unattached to the material world, he has no affection for so-called happiness or hatred for so-called distress. The terms Happiness and distress are relative. Since the Lord is always happy, for him there is no question of distress.
Although the Supreme Lord is unattached to our happiness and distress according to karma, and although no one is his enemy or favorite, he creates pious and impious activities through the agency of his material potency. Thus, for the continuation of the materialistic way of life, he creates happiness and distress, good fortune and bad, bondage and liberation, birth and death.
O Mother, you are now unnecessarily angry, but since all my happiness and distress are destined by my past activities, I do not plead to be excused or relieved from your curse. Although what I have said is not wrong, please let whatever you think
Is wrong be pardoned?
wrong be pardoned.
There. Thank you. One more.
Sri Sukadev Goswami
Thank you.
continued, O King Parikshit, subduer of the enemy, after Chitraketu satisfied Lord Shiva and his wife Parvati, he boarded his airplane and left as they looked on. When Lord Shiva and Parvati saw that Chitraketu, although informed of the curse, was unafraid, they smiled, being fully astonished by his behavior.
Okay, let's go to our focus verse of the day, which is text 17. Chitraketur uvacha Pratigrahanami te sapyam Pratigrahanami te sapam Atmano nijalina mbike Atmano nijalinambike Devir matyaya yat proktam Devir matyaya yat proktam Purvodishtam hitasyatat Purvad